On the surface, Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner look like a modern-day power couple plucked straight from the glossy pages of Town and Country. They've got the real estate, the political connections, and the Instagram-worthy vacations. But scratch the surface of the picture-perfect facade, and you'll find enough eyebrow-raising red flags to stock an entire neighborhood block party. Rumors of tension, strange gift choices, and even Ivanka ditching her wedding ring have left some people whispering, are they really as solid as they seem? Or are we witnessing a slow-motion unraveling? Let's roll back the tape to see how it all began and why the perfect Kushner-Trump fairy tale isn't always so storybook. A romance built on rejection? Their love story wasn't exactly a straight shot to marital bliss. Jared Kushner admitted in his memoir, Breaking History, that he actually dumped Ivanka early in their relationship. The culprit? Religion. Jared was raised in a modern Orthodox Jewish household, while Ivanka grew up Presbyterian. His parents weren't thrilled at the idea of their son marrying outside the faith. Jared described it as hard and painful, but he called it quits anyway. Ivanka, unimpressed, reportedly told him it was the worst decision of his life. Spoiler alert, she wasn't wrong. The couple eventually reconciled, with Ivanka converting to Judaism. She's described the decision as deeply personal, though she's kept most details private. Donald Trump, however, didn't seem too concerned about the religion issue. He had another complaint. Jared wasn't Tom Brady. According to the New York Times, Trump was overheard lamenting, "I could have had Tom Brady. Instead, I got Jared Kushner, ouch." Imagine living with the knowledge your father-in-law thinks you lost out to a quarterback. Date night, Kushner style. If you picture candlelit dinners, string quartets, and Parisian bistros, think again. Ivanka once joked that their romantic outings usually ended up at one of Jared's real estate developments. She recalled one Brooklyn date that morphed into a midnight tour of a Whole Foods construction site in the pouring rain. Nothing says sexy evening out quite like hard hats and wet plywood. Jared's explanation? Real estate was his first passion. Romantic, huh? At least these days, the couple's Instagram feed suggests a more glamorous side to their relationship, featuring yacht rides, exotic vacations, and the occasional pizza night. Still, memories of soggy Whole Foods rooftops must linger. Jared the invisible husband. One of the more curious moments in recent years came during Ivanka's court appearance in her father's New York fraud trial. While Ivanka braved the spotlight, Jared was conspicuously absent, reportedly staying back in Miami. Was he avoiding negative headlines, or simply staying home to play super dad with their 3 children, Arabella, Joseph, and Theodore? Ivanka has long praised Jared as a hands-on parent, and with a nanny plus his mom living nearby, he certainly had reinforcements. But let's be real, not showing up when things get tough isn't a great look for a supportive spouse. Super dad points? Maybe. Super husband points? Questionable. The gift that blended 1,000 memes. When you're married to a billionaire, you'd expect anniversary gifts like rare jewels, private islands, or maybe even a solid gold puppy. But Jared once bought Ivanka an immersion blender. Yep, an actual kitchen appliance. Ivanka told the Wall Street Journal that she does love cooking, especially soups. So maybe it was a thoughtful nod to her hobbies. Still, it feels more 1950s housewife than modern billionaire couple. Even Ivanka admitted it leaned a little retro, adding that she loves to cook and Jared loves to eat, a division of labor that made some people raise their eyebrows. Somewhere, Martha Stewart is shaking her head. Trouble in paradise? In 2022, Radar Online reported whispers of a toxic marriage, with tension boiling over in public appearances. Insiders suggested Ivanka might be itching to re-enter the political world, while Jared wanted to keep a low profile. If true, this difference of opinion could be the ultimate deal-breaker. After all, few things are less romantic than a heated debate about campaign strategy over dinner. Fans didn't help the speculation when they noticed Ivanka appearing in public without her wedding ring, not once, but several times. Coincidence? Maybe, but in the court of celebrity gossip, missing jewelry is practically a confession. From business lunch to Bedminster wedding. It wasn't always rocky. Ivanka and Jared were both 25 when friends set them up for what was supposed to be a business lunch. Instead of just talking real estate, sparks flew. "If I wasn't so attracted to her," Jared once said, "she'd just be my best friend." Their friends probably didn't expect the lunch date to turn into wedding bells, but in 2009, they tied the knot at Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey. Ivanka wore a Vera Wang gown, and even Regis Philbin performed at the reception. For a moment, everything looked like the perfect fairy tale ending: babies, politics, and big moves. The couple wasted no time starting a family. Daughter Arabella was born in 2011, followed by sons Joseph in 2013 and Theodore in 2016. Like any parents, they found their stride with experience. Ivanka confessed she was a nervous wreck with her firstborn, but by Theodore, she had learned to relax and embrace the fleeting moments. Then came Donald Trump's presidency. Ivanka and Jared packed up their family and moved to Washington, D.C., where both became senior advisors in the Trump administration. They weren't just behind-the-scenes players. They hit the campaign trail, spoke at the Republican National Convention, and became fixtures of Trump's inner circle. For better or worse, their lives were dominated by politics until 2021. Surfboards over speeches. After leaving Washington, the Kushner-Trump clan relocated to Surfside, Florida, a quiet town of about 6,000 people just south of Miami. Far from the nonstop chaos of politics, they embraced a slower pace. Friends told People magazine that Ivanka has picked up new hobbies like surfing, golf, and tennis, while Jared dove into new entrepreneurial ventures. Most importantly, they finally had time for their kids. Jared himself joked, "The nice thing about Miami is the moment you stop working, you're on vacation." Not exactly the words of a man itching to return to the West Wing. Family, but at arm's length. While their life in Florida seems blissfully normal, their relationship with Donald Trump has shifted. Instead of seeing him daily at the White House, they now drop by Mar-a-Lago only every few weeks. Less political pressure, fewer daily briefings, more space to breathe, and probably fewer awkward, "Why couldn't you have been Tom Brady?" jokes at dinner. The political shadow lingers. Of course, you can't fully outrun politics when your last name is Trump. In 2023, both Ivanka and Jared were subpoenaed as part of the federal investigation into the January 6th Capitol riot. They had already testified before the House committee, but the subpoenas were a reminder that the past has a way of catching up. Still, publicly, Ivanka insists she's not focused on politics and is instead prioritizing her business ventures and her family. Happily ever after, or just ever after? So where does that leave Ivanka and Jared? On paper, they've traded campaign rallies for puzzles with their kids, high-stakes political meetings for surf lessons, and late-night construction tours for sunny Miami evenings. By all appearances, they're embracing a quieter, family-first life. But behind the Instagram-perfect snapshots and public smiles, whispers of marital strain continue to linger. Maybe it's the missing ring, maybe it's the blender, or maybe it's just the reality of two people navigating marriage in a spotlight brighter than a Florida summer. Either way, whether they're sipping cocktails in Surfside or arguing over another real estate rooftop tour, one thing's clear: Ivanka and Jared know how to keep people talking, and in their world, that might be the ultimate power move. And that's the story of Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner, the picture-perfect power couple with a few cracks in the frame. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like and make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.